Hello, Wayne Roach is my name. This is Genesis chapter 48. So, I was speaking about John. Yes, well, I was at John's the other day. We was practicing, you know. I was at a film anyway, but, you know, we was rehearsing. You know, I showed today, you know. I just came from rock and roll, you know. I was singing, you know. Tea and scones. It was great. So when John, he goes, he's nice, you know. He's my cousin, and he's a bass player, you know, John Elizabeth, right? And he says, he says to me before the show, Wayne, and I says, yeah. And he says, you know, Wayne, this is very beautiful. You know how he says that? He says, you know, this is very beautiful. What you're doing. And I said, oh, thank you, John. And he said, you know, if you was, you know, if you was older, you'd be a Rolling Stone. And I said, no, John, no, don't be silly. I mean, thank you for the compliment, you know, but I'm not bloody Rolling Stone, you know. I think that, you know, we make nice music at least, but, you know, we ain't no bloody Rolling Stones, you know. You know, our Rolls and our Stones and all that stuff, but for the most part is you know, the, you know, 48 of Genesis is what I'm reading today. Sometime later, Joseph was told that his father was ill. So he took his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, and went to see Jacob. When Jacob was told that his son Joseph had come to see him, then he gathered his strength and sat up in bed. Jacob said to Joseph, Almighty God appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me. He said to me, I will give you many children, so that your descendants will become many nations. I will give this land to your descendants as the possession forever. Jacob continued, Joseph, your two sons, who were born to you in Egypt before I came here, belong to me. Ephraim and Manasseh are just as much my sons as Reuben and Simeon. If you have any more sons, they will not be considered mine. The inheritance they get will come through Ephraim and Manasseh. I'm doing this because of your mother Rachel. To my great sorrow, she died in the land of Canaan, not far from Ephraim. As I was returning from Mesopotamia, I buried her there, beside the road to Ephrath, which is now known as Bethlehem. Alright, so when Jacob saw Joseph's son, he asked, Who are these boys? Joseph answered, These are my sons, whom God has given me here in Egypt. Jacob said, Bring them to me so that I may bless them. Jacob's eyesight was failing because of his age, and he could not see very well. Joseph brought the boys to him, and he hugged them, and he kissed them. Jacob said to Joseph, I never expected to see you again, and now God has even let me see your children. Then Joseph took them from Jacob's lap and bowed down before him with his face to the ground. Joseph, put Ephraim at Jacob's left and Manasseh at his right, but Jacob crossed his hands and put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, even though he was younger, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, who was the older. Then he blessed Joseph, you know, and may God, whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac served, bless these boys. May God, who has led me to this very day, bless them. May the angel who has rescued me from all harm bless them. You know, it's written like a verse, so I'll say, may my name and the name of my fathers know. Abraham and Isaac live on through these boys. May they have children, many descendants. So Joseph was upset when he saw his father had put his right hand on Ephraim's head. So he took his father's hand to move it from Ephraim's head to the hand of Manasseh. He said to his father, Not that way, father, this is the older boy, put your right hand on his head. His father refused, saying, I know, son, I know. Manasseh's descendants also become a great people, but his younger brother will be greater than he, and his descendants will become great nations. So he blessed them that day, saying, the Israelites will use your names when they pronounce blessings. They will say, may God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh. In this way Jacob put Ephraim before Manasseh. Then Jacob said to Joseph, as you see, I am about to die, but God will be with you, and will take you back to the land of your ancestors. It is to you and not your brothers that I am giving Shechem, that fertile region which I took from the Amorites with my sword and my bow. I'm Wayne Roach.